I think my mic's on. Uh, Today I guess I'm just gonna be playing this, like this game. It's a server on Minecraft Bedrock called Soul Steel. I think the whole gimmick behind it, or like the whole gimmick around it, is that you basically go into levels. I think it's levels or some shit like that. Go around, destroy monsters, and then use like I guess the parts that you get from the monsters into making new weapons. And then you keep going. I don't know. There are other people. Hold for settings. Do I truly want to change that though? General video. Graphics mode fancy. UU first person. HUD opaquency. Is there a way to just change the fucking whatever the hell it's called? I want to change the chat box. Brightness. Hide hand, no. Hide player doll, no. Hide HUD, no. Screen animations, yes. HUD opaquency. Split screen HUD opaquency. FOV. Horizontal split screen. Show autosave outline. Yeah, I don't think there is a way to change how big the chat box is, and I hate that. Because I swear to God, that chat box takes up like a fucking fourth of the screen. Speak to Diana in the Old Kingdom. How do I get there? No idea, guys. No idea. Yeah, okay, no idea. This video, I'm basically just gonna talk about, like, random stuff, I guess. Like, well, the first thing is, like, YouTube. Like, I have a lot. I downloaded a couple, it's like 5 games from, like, the PlayStation Essential store, or, like, just PlayStation Essential. I downloaded, Huggy Wuggy, like, Chapter 1. Shit. I downloaded a game called, like, The Invincible, or some shit like that. It's supposed to be, I think it's like one of those, well, I looked up a video on what the game is like. and like shit like that, and it basically just said that. It basically just said that it's a. It's basically like a slightly. It's like a slight horror walking simulator, kind of like Firewatch. How like in Firewatch, it's it is open map, but also not really, because like there's a set storyline and a path that like you can follow to get to a place, but like you are also open to like explore the area, but it's mainly just like a walking sim where you walk around, don't really fight anything, and it's kind of like a horror game like experience type of thing. I have that one, so that's 2 out of the 5. I also downloaded a game called Wizard with a Gun. I mainly downloaded it, well, like I already have a game. I already have like a video made, or it's 2 videos of Wizard with a Gun. I don't really know how I feel about it. Cause like it's kinda good, but then also like in the game you're able to like go through a portal and like it if you've ever played a Minecraft Dungeons, like the actual Minecraft Dungeons game that they released, if you ever played that, it's kind of like the same thing, except if you lose, like if you fail, like if you die while you're in the level or like in the portal area thing, it says that like you drop all of your items and shit. Which that might be like a deal breaker for me. Like if I lose all my items after just gathering them and shit, I'll be pissed. You might just lose all of the loot though, and might have to like retry the area. You might not, cause like you can have stuff in your backpack. Like you can pick up like wood and stuff like that. You can have it in your backpack. You might lose that stuff. I don't think you lose like your gun or any other abilities that you've gotten. I think it's just like resources. So yeah. That's the 3rd game. I also downloaded Hello Neighbor. And then another weird game, it's called Secret Neighbor. I have no fucking idea if it's like, I don't know if it's like a DLC pack. It doesn't seem like a DLC pack. It seems like its own game. But I don't know if that was released before or after Hello Neighbor 2 came out. Because it says that it's a game. I don't know, the description talks about Hello Neighbor 2. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna be a game I'm actually able to play or not, but I do have those games downloaded. And I would like to play more like Minecraft, but it's just fucking boring sometimes. Speak to Diana in the Old Kingdom. I know you're not Diana, but I might be able to teleport there. Where is that the Old Kingdom? Navigation, Old Kingdom. Travel for free, thank you. Still recording. So yeah, I have games like that I want to play. I might not play them in their entirety. Oh my fucking god. Why the hell does it have to have that big ass hitbox in the top? It's like, oh, talk about errors and I don't care, bro. Don't show that. I wish there was a way to like prevent it from showing that shit. Somehow just by teleporting here, I've gained a new ability. That seems stupid. But I have to go over and talk to Diana. Diana the Squire. Made it to the Old Kingdom base camp. This is where everyone stays, starts their adventure and expeditions. I'm pretty sure the entrance to the Valley of Wealth is down this passageway. Start your exploration down that way, and I'll catch up. What passageway? This way? Or that way? I think it's this way. Find the entrance to the Valley of Wealth dungeon. Nope. Okay, so gay as hell. What the fuck is happening here? Did I just get like kicked or something? I don't know. There's other games I want to play that I'm gonna record. I've already recorded the Huggy Wuggy one. Did I lose? Or is it just like when I leave, I respawn or whatever? And it just happened again. Trader gear, arcane halberd. I got the barrage, whatever the fuck that does. I think it's just a kick. Yay. Complete an adventure in the Valley Wealth. Valley of Wealth dungeon. Okay, I'll leave. But like, what the fuck? I don't understand this shit at all. Alright then, let's go. So yeah, basically, I have a couple games I want to do. I already recorded some of them. I might not play them in their entirety. And yeah. Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, hold on. Alright, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Alright. Other than like the YouTube stuff that I wanted to like do, like talk about, there was also like this other day I saw like a TikTok video of this girl or this woman talking about like the Molly Malone statue. Like I think Molly Malone is I think she was like, I don't know, it's like a statue of, I don't know, is Molly Malone the person who made the statue, or is that the person it's based off of? I don't know. The statue is of like a maid pushing like a cart like down a street or whatever. And the TikTok person, or the video I saw about it, like this girl or this woman, I don't know, she was just like bitching about it, like the whole fucking video. Let me explain, because like, okay, at the beginning of this video, she's like, oh, there's like a lot of stuff I want to be mad at, so I'm just gonna be mad at this Molly Malone statue instead. Like, I'm pretty sure those were her exact words. And basically in the video, she's talking about how, oh hey, like she's talking about how like the Molly Malone statue just recently got I don't know how recent, but like basically every couple of years they like replace the statues. Like they go around and replace the statues. She just recently got a new statue. Okay? And she was bitching about how basically already, like she talks about how like Molly Malone just got a new statue and not even a week has passed and her breasts have already been like basically like rubbed like shiny or like bronze, because like the statue it's like a dark color. I don't know what color it is, I'm colorblind, but like it's like a dark color, and then when you rub it it turns like bronze, like a bronze color. And basically already her breasts have already became like a bronze color. Okay? And then she goes on a rant after like talking about that. She goes on a rant saying how like, oh, like every video I've seen of the Molly Malone statue, like every video I've seen of the Molly Malone statue, like the first 3 comments are of people talking about like, oh, are we not going to talk about the Victor Noir statue? Like, oh, are we not going to talk about this?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a minute. Okay, back to what I was saying. Okay, so basically, person talking about Molly Malone statue, okay? Like, she's mad that basically within the first week, people have already, like, rubbed off her breasts. They, like, made her breasts, like, basically you rub them and they become bronze, okay? People have already been, like, rubbing her breasts and shit like that in the first week. Okay, which I can understand. Like, that's, like, a woman's, like, private part area or whatever the fuck. And it could be, I guess, considered, like, sexist to rub her breasts. And she also talks about how, like, okay, maybe, like, the reason why people would do that, because most statues, like, yeah, but, like, the people, why people would do that, it's like, oh, maybe, like, good luck, like, getting laid or something like that. Okay? But she's basically pissed that the Molly Malone statue breasts have already basically been rubbed off. And they're now like a shiny bronze color from people like rubbing them and shit like that. She's already pissed about that. Okay, which I can understand. That is that is something that you might be like mad about. Okay? But then, like every other woman that complains about something, she then goes and says that, like, basically, she literally says that, basically every video that she's seen on the Molly Malone, like, about Molly Malone, has been, like, the first three comments people have, like, the first three comments of the video, or the top three comments, have basically been, are you not going to talk about, like, are we not going to talk about the Victor Noir statue? And shit like that, okay? And at this point, the TikTok creator is, basically just being straight up fucking sexist and shit like that. Because, if you don't know, the Victor Noir statue, it's like a statue of, like, a man laying down. I think he's supposed to be, like, dead or something like that. And she goes, she's, I don't know, I don't understand what the fuck she says, okay? But she says something along the lines of, like, oh, like the TikTok creator says something along the lines of, oh, like the top three comments on every Molly Malone video, or video talking about the statue that I've seen, has been like, are we not going to talk about the Victor Noir statue? And then she says something along the lines of, like, so I'm going to answer your question as if it was asked. What the fuck did she say? She's like, I'm gonna answer, or I have the video pulled up.
In good faith.
That's hope and pray I don't get copyright striked because of this.
Don't apply to women?
Here, listen.
Like, why is it that no one talks about Victor
Alright, ready? This is like the top three comments.
Noir. We're just gonna ignore Victor Noir because the same rules don't apply to women? I am gonna give you the courtesy of answering your question as if it's asked in good faith. First,
the fuck does she mean by that? Like, I don't understand what the fuck she's talking about here. Because, like, oh, I'm going to give you the courtesy of answering your question as if it was asked in good faith. Like the person who didn't type that comment wasn't also asking, like, in good faith. Because, like, it's basically a fucking, like, double standard that's happening here. Where the TikTok creator thinks that, oh, what's happening to the Molly Malone statue is bad, but then also what's happening to the Victor Noir statue, she's saying how, like, oh, it's not as bad because there isn't, like, a history. You'd have to fucking watch the video to understand what I'm talking about. But, like, basically, after that response that she says, okay, she basically goes on a fucking tirade saying how, like, oh, the Victor Noir statue, okay, like, it's not really as popular as the Molly Malone statue because there isn't a history of, like, oppression behind it. And what she means by that, she's talking about, like, women's oppression. Like, how she's talking about, oh, there isn't a history of, like, women being, like, sexualized and stuff like that. Or, like, there isn't a history of men being sexualized, like how there is a history of women being sexualized behind the Molly Malone statue. Okay, which I do understand, but she says it in, like, a very sexist way. Like, she says it like she doesn't give a shit about what's happening to the Victor Noir statue. And instead she only cares, or that she thinks what's happening to the Molly Malone statue is, like, 30 times worse than the Victor Noir statue because there's a history of oppression. But the thing is, if you don't know what the Victor Noir statue is, it's basically a statue of a man laying down, and like, there's a tradition behind that statue of, like, oh, if you're a woman and you want to become, like, fertile, or like have a baby and stuff like that, you would like go up to the statue, you would like rub his, I guess, private part area, or like kiss him on the lips, and then if you become pregnant, you're supposed to come back and give him flowers. Okay, so that's not, in my opinion, just going off of like what's happening alone, that the Victor Noir statue does seem a little bit worse than people rubbing off the boobs, kind of. I guess it's like the same thing. Like, I guess it's like the same sort of like, it's the same-ish sort of bad. Like, I think her entire point about, because like her video is basically talking about how, oh, what's happening to the Molly Malone statue is really bad, and how people are being, I guess, somewhat sexist, or like sexist blind, I guess, towards the Molly Malone statue. But the way she says everything makes it seem like she doesn't give two shits about what's happening to the Victor Noir statue. And instead, she only cares, or she only gives a shit about what's happening to the Molly Malone statue. Which I can understand how you might think the Molly Malone statue situation is worse than the Victor Noir statue situation. But like, I swear to you, I've seen some diabolical shit happen to that Victor Noir statue. Of like, there's like pictures of women like women in skirts, like sitting on his like private part area, which I can only assume would either be, like, I would hope for the best that they're not actually physically sitting on him bare skin naked type of shit underneath that skirt. And I would hope that they have like underwear and like pants on and shit like that. But like, I don't know. Also in the video, okay. Well, I don't know. Well, no, not yet. Yeah, so basically with the video, she's basically mad that people aren't understanding, or that I guess she's mad that people don't understand that what's happening to the Molly Malone statue is like bad, and that she's mad that people don't understand that what's happening is mad, or like is bad. But then she's also in the same video basically completely demoralizing the bad shit that's happening to the Victor Noir statue, and she's basically just not even acknowledging it. Because she's basically just like, oh, well, you're supposed to rub his private part. Like, that's a tradition. And rubbing her boobs, it's just like for good luck and nothing else. That's like what she says. She says that like, it's a tradition, like you're supposed to rub his private part, or like kiss him on the lips and shit. But the Molly Malone statue, like, that's only for good luck, and like she says how like, oh, that's worse or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But yeah, basically she's bitching about how, I guess people aren't understanding the, like, how bad what's happening to the Molly Malone statue, and how people just like, I guess, don't care about women's oppression, which the statue does actually symbolize. It is supposed to symbolize women's oppression, about how, because it's showing a maid like being the one going and gathering, like a maid, which is typically a woman, going out and gathering like food and shit for her husband. And it's talking about like how women have been like oppressed and shit like that, and I get that. But then also in the same video, she's just demoralizing that other statue and saying how it's not as like it's like that statue, it's like like she makes it sound like she doesn't care about that other statue, like Victor Noir's statue, or like what's happening about that one, and she only gives a shit about the Molly Malone statue. I saw a comment, and I don't know, in the video, okay, I saw a comment on the video that you know, if she actually said this, it would make her argument 100 times better. But she doesn't say this at all, okay? But apparently you're supposed to rub Molly Malone's like hand for good luck and not her breasts. She doesn't say that at all. And I had to like search through the comment section to find it. But with that small amount of information, then yeah, I could see how she's mad about that. How like you're not supposed to be rubbing the breasts and shit like that. And yet people are still doing it anyway. I don't know. It just seems like a very pointless thing to be mad at for like no fucking reason whatsoever. Like you're over here getting mad at the Molly Malone statue because people are rubbing her breasts. And then, yeah. And then also, what she said, you know, like the video clip I like played about how she's saying like, oh, like top 3 comments on every Molly Malone video is like, why aren't you, so we're not going to talk about the Victor Noir statue? Like, the same rules don't apply to women. And then she says some like insensitive shit like, oh, I'm gonna give you the courtesy of answering that question, as if it was asked in good faith. Like, that comment was definitely asked. Those comments are probably asked in good faith. Kind of. I can see why you say that they aren't asked in good faith, because it's on a video of like, the comment is on a video of a woman's oppression and not of like a man's oppression. But like, I can understand that. Like, in my opinion, some of the shit I've seen happen to the Victor Noir statue is like 10 times worse than someone just rubbing the breasts of the Molly Malone statue. Like, I swear to you. Some of that shit is like bad. Like down bad type of shit. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. She's just being like pointless for nothing, I guess. Current time inside dungeon, 60 seconds. Not enough essence. I need to gather essence. Enter the dungeon. I have 60 seconds inside. And I need to gather... Where's my timer? Oh, it's at the bottom. I thought the 10 next to the hourglass was also a timer. $30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I got rank E. Chrono Essence is 20. Scrap. If I press X. Claim rewards from the quest journal in the menu. Where? Campsite rewards. Menu. Claim your rewards quest. Okay, so feeding lanterns, before we can think about getting any kind of serious loot from the dungeons, we need to feed the chrono. You've done it. You found the entrance to the Valley of Wealth. I've already did that one. Right? Aren't I in the Valley of Wealth or whatever? Feed the Chrono Keeper Lantern. Collect Chrono Essence from podiums 15 times, and that should do the trick. Okay. So just claim shit for the podiums. Yeah, like her video. Oh shit. Do I want to play the rest of her video to where y'all can understand what I'm talking about, or no? I guess I could.
First of all, people do talk about Victor Noir. There are so many videos about it, actually. And if you search it, which I'm sure will be in bright blue in this video, you'll see that the vast majority of people talking about it are women. You'll also often see he has flowers with him. And it turns out that the whole myth around this statue is if you touch him in his lap area or you kiss him on his mouth, that you will become fertile, and that when you are with child, you should come back and present him with flowers and gifts. Ollie, on the other hand, is just for luck. Maybe to get lucky. That's just comparing these statues as if they're one-to-one. Let's talk about the context in which these statues exist, which is in our world. In a world where women are...
So yeah, basically, I'm not trying to get copyright striked or shit like that, but like basically, yeah, in her video, she does, like, yeah, people do talk about the Victor Noir statue, and a lot of them are women. I did my research though, and at least a lot of the videos I've seen of the women talking about it and not the men. Okay, a lot of the videos that I've seen of the women talking about the Victor Noir statue, okay, either they A, genuinely are concerned and think that what's happening to the Victor Noir statue is bad and shit, okay? Like, they are concerned and shit like that. But most of the videos of the women that are concerned basically just get shut down. Not by TikTok, but like by like feminists and shit like that. By feminists. And the other half of the videos are of basically just the women trying to explain or trying to say that, oh, what's happening to the Victor Noir statue? Like, oh, that's just tradition. You know what I mean? How, like, they'd be like, oh, oh, this is what you're supposed to do with the Victor Noir statue, and they're acting like it's not a bad thing. And that, oh, it's just tradition, I'm just following tradition. Yeah, but it's still pretty fucking bad. Like, I understand, in the tradition standpoint, not as bad. But in the non-tradition standpoint of, like, just taking it as it is, it's fucking bad. And then she goes on to talk about how, oh, like, in the context of our world, which I do understand her part here, when she's talking about, like, in the context of, like, our world, women have been oppressed by men, like a whole hell of a lot, and the entirety of, like, the whole reason why the statue was built was to show like, women's oppression, was to show, like, I don't know what it shows. It shows, like, something about women's oppression. Like, it shows something, it shows that women's oppression was, like, bad. I don't know what word that is, what word I'm thinking of, but, like, it does show that. Like, it's supposed to show that, like, oh, like, women's oppression was, like, a bad thing and shit like that. Which I do understand, like, in the context of the statue showing women's oppression and how people are rubbing her boobs and shit like that, basically just sexualizing, not basically, but, like, kind of sexualizing the statue. Like, in doing so, you're also just, like, adding to the women's oppression. that the statue already is supposed to, like, commemorate or whatever the fuck. Which I do understand that part. Like, in the context, like, yeah, people doing that it is like a bad thing. That people are, like, rubbing the boobs and shit like that. But yet again, she doesn't say that you're not supposed to rub the boobs and that you're supposed to rub the hand for good luck. She doesn't say that. So, if anyone's watching, like, if you're watching and you have no idea about the Molly Malone statue, okay, which she does a poor job explaining, if you have no idea, then you would have no idea that you're not supposed to rub the boobs. And in knowing that you're not supposed to rub the boobs, it does make sense why she's mad at it. But then she's also sitting here and talking and saying how, oh, like, the man statue isn't as bad because there isn't a history of oppression that the statue is, like, following. Or not following, but you get the idea. Like, the statue isn't about, like, men's oppression or some shit like that. And there is no historical, like, men's oppression that could be backing the statue. But also, like, basically she's acting like what's happening to the Victor Noir statue. Oh, it's like it's just tradition, and like she's practically saying that it's not as bad of a thing, even though it kind of is. And then also you have that fuck ass laugh that she does. I swear to God, that shit is gay as hell. Like that fuck ass laugh that she does, where it's like. Like, anytime I hear that, I'm instantly thinking that she does not give 8 fucks whenever she says that. But yeah, that's random thing number 2. What's random thing number 3 I want to talk about? Oh yeah, like I'm playing like Java. I want to be playing like Java Minecraft. I like get into playing Java Minecraft, but like I kind of can't. Or it's not that I can't, it's more so that, like, it's kind of hard to. I was trying to find, like, a gun mod for Java Minecraft, but none of the mods that I found are, like, actually good, if that makes any sense. Like, oh, this is mine right here. Okay, cool. Like, what is it? In most gun mods, it shows a fucking, like you have to use like, oh, a workbench or some shit like that to make the gun. And then you need to have like fucking 16 iron, 32 gold, fucking a stack of logs or some shit like that. Like you have to have like an insane amount of fucking items just to make the gun. And I can't seem to find any videos that show, like, do you guys remember the one, like, there's this one gun mod that I'm thinking of, okay? I swear to God, someone used it in, like a beating Minecraft video, or something like that. Like, oh, I'm beating Minecraft, or in, like, a manhunt kind of video, maybe. They had, like, a pistol. But it wasn't, you didn't have to, I don't think you had to have, I don't think you had to have a workbench to make the pistol. But you needed, like, you could craft the pistol out of iron in a crafting table. I'm trying to find that mod, but I can't. And every other gun mod is either endgame guns, like, you basically have to be in the fucking end game of Minecraft in order to get the guns, or, well, no, that's basically it. You, like, basically every single thing is, like, you have to have an obscene amount of fucking resources just to get the gun. Like, I want the gun. without having to fucking grind for 3 fucking days just to get the gun. And there isn't a mod that I can find that's like that. And you also have to, like, I also have to fucking dodge and weave through all of the, like, creative-only gun mods that aren't survival friendly. You have to fucking dodge and weave through those. Because a lot of the gun mods, like, you can only really get the guns in creative. And then there are some other gun mods, like there's, I know I have downloaded I have the Just Enough Guns mod and the More Than Enough Guns mod downloaded, but I think the Just Enough Guns mod, you basically need creative to get those guns, okay? But the More Than Enough Guns mod, that one added in a workbench that you're able to, like, craft the guns with. Okay, but yet again, very fucking expensive, okay? There's also the, what's it called? It's the Timeless and Classics gun mod made by, it's like Mr. Krabby or something like that. I don't know his name. It's made by that dude. That one, you also need a fucking workbench to do. And you also need to download like 17 other mods. I tried downloading a mod pack with his mod in it, but like the mod pack, every time I loaded up Minecraft, every time I loaded it up, it would say, oh, these 2 packs, it would either give me an error saying I wasn't able to load them, or like I wasn't able to load the mod and it would kick me off, or it would give me an error saying, oh, these 2 packs need updated, and then it would kick me off. So I'd go and I'd check the mod pack to see if it needs updated, and lo and behold, it says it's at its fucking highest level. Like, it says that the mod is at its latest version. So, I don't fucking know. A lot of the gun mods I just can't fucking find. And then, in Java, it's like nearly impossible to find, like, a good spot to build a base. You have to basically terraform everything around you to make a good spot to build a base. Which I'm not spending my time terraforming like half a fucking mountain trying to do that. Like, all I'm trying to look for is like a flat-ish area that I'm able to, like, I guess design like a house or something, or like a castle that I could put there or some shit like that. But every fucking time I try, or like every time I would load up a seed, I would find the nearest plains village, or like just the closest village, and try and, you know, pick a spot, build a house and shit like that, but it never fucking works. The one time I found a good fucking spot for the base, okay? I found one good spot for the house, okay? For like a house. I went to go terraform it, and lo and behold, I fuck up the command because I was trying to get rid of all the birch trees that were on. It was on like a plateau thing. It was like a nice flat area on like a plateau that I could use to build a house right next to a village. Right next to like an actual like flat plains village. I fuck up and accidentally fill like a giant like 10 by 10 cube with birch logs. I was trying to do the command where you do like /fill squiggly 10 squiggly 10 squiggly 10 squiggly -10 squiggly -10 squiggly -10, to where like in a 10 by 10 radius around you, I was trying to remove all of the birch logs. I accidentally filled the whole space with birch logs. I then remove all the birch logs, and lo and behold, there's a giant fucking chunk in the mountain. I tried using commands to fix it, and that didn't really work. I was going to fill it up just by myself, but that was going to take way too long, so I thought of the good idea. Okay, I thought, I'm going to copy the seed, paste the seed into a new world and then basically have a brand new world to work with. Or like a brand new world with the exact same seed to work with. I do that, okay? I do that exact same thing. I paste the seed into the thing. And I load the fucking world. Lo and behold, I can't find that fucking village again. And I already deleted the previous one where I could have gotten the cords to the village. But I deleted that one. Deleted that world. And now I can't find it. So now I'm stuck with, like, I had a perfect world that I would like to play on, but now it's gone. I don't even know how the fuck the seed fucked up, because I copied the seed, fucking number by number, copied it perfectly, literally hovered over it, or like outlined the shit or whatever the hell, press copy, fucking press paste, and it still didn't work. So I don't know. Okay, so collect Chrono Essence. Damn, I've been talking for a while. Collect Chrono Essence 15 times in the Valley of Wealth. Yeah, look right here. Valley of Wealth dungeon. And yet, for some reason, in here, where it has quest board, you've done it. You found the entrance to the Valley of Wealth. I have. It's right here. Where's that reward, buddy? It says to collect essence like this. Oh, is this more time? Oh, I think I'm collecting just more time in here. Instead of actually collecting essence. What in the fuck are these things, dude? God damn it, I failed. Hello, game. God damn it. Yeah, I don't know. Collect Chrono Essence 15 times in the Valley of Wealth. Oh, so now I have 70. Oh, so that I am collecting Chrono Essence. Okay, good. You need a key to open that chest? I don't know where to find that key, though. Should probably just leave. I have the key. It's not showing my shit, though. I'm gonna end the video. Post it. Yeah. Oh no. So yeah, I'm gonna try to play those other games that I have. Yeah, see ya.